Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the 5th grade play of 2015. And now, to introduce the play, we'll use that tried and true gateway to great drama, a celebrity game show. And here's your host, a Hollywood icon who has, yes, a new movie this year. He defies all natural laws of time, space, and good taste. And we're happy to have him, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Hello everybody, it's me, Arnold, appearing in my 63rd consecutive 5th grade play at the Meadowbrook School. Because I have a long, distinguished career in film, politics, and I can still bench press 580 pounds after my afternoon nap, of course. Anyway, I'm just happy to be here with you once more this morning. What a gun! It's fantastic! Today we will be playing a fun game that you will all be enjoying called Celebrity Password. Listen carefully, audience people, as there will be some good clues in the game about the play you will soon be seeing. Announce a person. Please will you now introduce a celebrity guest who will be joining us?
With pleasure, Mr. Schwarzenegger. Our celebrities today, from Hollywood, California, star of many films and mispronounced award presentations, John Travolta. And Mr. Travolta's teammate hails from London, England. He's screen star Benedict Cumberbatch. They'll be playing against yet another great star of the movies and Southern Space Shot, Mr. Matthew McConaughey. And his partner, a woman who is hugely famous but is without any demonstrable skills, talent, or common sense, Kim Kardashian.
We know how the game is played. You will be getting a secret word, and you must make your partner say it by giving a good clue.
Hey everybody, before we start, I just want to say what a great pleasure it is to be playing with such a great celebrity. And all the way from England, no less, Mr. Benedict Cumberbatch. What's on?
Actually, Mr. Travolta, it's Benedict Cumberbatch.
Hey, Mr. Travolta is my father. But teammates, let's not be so formal. You can call me John, okay? And I can call you what? Benedict?
Well, I suppose you could, but that would be completely wrong. My name, sir, is Benedict Cumberbatch.
Benedict Cumberbatch. Perfect stock cucumber. Batch.
Good Lord.
Adele Dazeem. He's not very bright, is he?
Can we please just stop the game? Excellent suggestion. Players, here is your first word.
The password is enchanted.
Matthew McConaughey, you will be going first and giving a good clue to Keith. Birthday boy.
All right.
Thanks, dear, but are you ready for a clue?
What?
A clue. I'm going to give you a clue now.
Okay.
Bewitched.
Samantha. Wait, what? Samantha. That was the name of the housewife on the TV show and the movie too. Bewitched. Am I right?
Very, very donkey. Now you guys are having a turn. 9 points for you, Miss
Yeah, it's a good hat, Matthew, but it's not magical. Okay. Forget about the hat then. Here's your next clue. Here it comes. Spellbound. Darren! What? Darren! I thought since Samantha was wrong, it had to be Darren. Am I right?
I am not kidding when I am telling you you could not be more donkey. Cucumber patch, 7 points. Deviled eggs. Haunted. Tabitha.
She was a cute little girl.
Bewitched. I know.
Here we go, John. Ours the taking. Fantastic! L. Ron Hubbard! Listen, I'm pretty sure that at this point, no one would really mind. If I just say the word to you, you say it right back to me. This game on. Okay with everyone? Enchanted. Anne Hathaway.
Steve, I'm afraid you may have just really annoyed the buzzer guy.
That's it. I'm off. I simply cannot tolerate the colonies. It's not explained back to London and serenade for me. Good ditch you all. Wait, now, don't go off in a hospital.
Welcome, people. That's the game. As you no doubt have guessed, unlike our play, the password was enchanted.
Oh.
A big clue to today's dramatic production entitled The Dark Forest. We hope you enjoy it. Hasta la vista, babies.
The Dark Forest. Good morning. The 5th grade welcomes you to our assembly, and we hope you enjoy the play we've planned to perform for you this morning. It's got conflict, family strife, adventure, evil. In fact, it's got quite a bundle of things in it. I think you'll find the plot quite engaging, and if you pay close attention, you might learn a thing or two. You see, this assembly can actually be viewed as a learning experience. Yes. Well, here it is. Scene 1, in which the Meacham household gathers for dinner. It is around dinner time, in the fall of the year. Oh, just about any year will do.
Francine, will you please get in here and help me set the table? Francine! What? Look at you. You're a mess. Have you been playing football again? Yeah, tackle. I couldn't believe Shibar's clock. Just when he thought he caught the winning touchdown pass, boom! I leveled him. He started to cry. Well, how lovely. Why a cute little girl needs to play football, Francine, is beyond me. And I think...
Mom, for the last time, will you please call me Frankie? You know
I will not. Your name is Francine, a beautiful feminine name. Now, will you please get cleaned up and help me set the table? It's almost dinner time. I'm going to call on your father, Butch, and Grandpa.
Where are they?
I think they're out back playing catch.
He never asked me to play catch.
What?
Oh, nothing.
But you're coming right along. We'll make a linebacker out of you yet.
Dad, I missed every tackle, dropped every pass, and ran into
All you need is a little concentration.
I think he's trying to kill me, Francine. He fell on me and almost squished my guts out.
Dad, I was playing football up the street and Millie Shevar caught this pass, but then I...
Francine, look at your clothes. Honestly, honey, can't you make our little girl look like a little girl?
I try. Lord knows I try. And by the way, Francine, what happened to that really sweet blue dress I bought you the other day? I haven't seen you wearing it.
Yeah, well,
In my day, little girls didn't run around like savages wearing pants and such. They wore dresses and they were dainty, and they loved it.
But I hate wearing dresses. Well, never mind. You can wear it tomorrow for school. Now let's eat. Manners, Francine. Let's remember our manners, shall we?
Manners! A thing of the past, I tell you. In my day, everyone had manners, and we liked it. So Butch, what do you say after dinner we go out there and try to work on our blocking? You know it's fundamentals that makes the great grade, right, buddy?
Sounds like fun, Dad. Sounds like fun, Dad. Can I play too?
Maybe tomorrow, precious. But tonight's band practice, right, son?
actually, Dad, I was sort of planning to play some chess on the computer tonight. Last night, I went on level 5. I positioned my knights, played my queen to the king's bishop, and...
Great. Chess. Great for tea parties. But what about football, son? That'll make a man out of you. Amen!
Dad, I don't like football.
Nonsense!
Dad, I like football. Throw me a long one, post pattern, and there's no human who can cover me.
Francine!
Frankie, my name is Frankie. The very least you people could do around here is get my name right.
I've heard about this. This is adolescence, right? It'll pass. And but, speaking of passes, the sun's going up. We should get out there before we lose the light. Adolescence! Huh. Fancy, smancy, psycho babble. In my day, we didn't have no adolescence. Skip right over. You were a kid, then you were a grown. That's how it was, and we liked it.
Scene 2, in which we meet the Brightleys. That was an unfortunate scene, don't you think? Poor Frankie. Well, here's scene 2, in which another family, the Brightleys, have dinner. A very smart group of people indeed. Why, they're so smart, they even read while they eat dinner. Let's look in.
Stop, please. An interesting event occurred today at the university.
Do tell, dearest. Yes, Father, do tell.
Well, a young, promising student of mine proposed a revisionist thesis on the issue of agrarian reform in 19th century Tsarist Russia.
Agrarian reform!
Yes, baby Brightly, precisely. He claimed that the widespread discontent among peasants, so often referred to the Cheka, was a figment of the collective intelligentsia's imagination. Imagine!
How droll.
Minerva dear, don't be amusing.
Amusing! Diverting! Yes, Mother, terribly.
And what is the meaning of this? Minerva, how can you possibly expect to fulfill your potential if you read The Incredible World of Animals?
But it's great stuff, Father. Really. I was just reading about the koala bear of Australia. Did you know it's a marsupial? Which means that it has a pouch where it keeps its babies warm. Minerva, really? You reading those infantile animal books all the time is intolerable. Intolerable! Indefensible!
What? And that insipid bird, Minerva, it really occupies too much of your time. And it can't even manage to speak a word.
It's not an it, Father. She is Mrs. Plume, and she's my very best friend in the world. And if she doesn't speak, it's because she chooses not to. Perhaps she just doesn't find the conversation around here that interesting.
Oh, really? Come on, Polly. Come on, simple-minded bird. Speak. What? There. See? You've got an idiot bird there, Minerva.
Minnie, I've told you I want to be called Minnie.
Dear, your given name is Minerva after the goddess of wisdom. It's a delightful name. It's your name.
Nobody's called Minerva. The kids at school laugh at it, and I don't like it.
You'd rather be called Minnie, like some overgrown Disney mouse with a pituitary disorder? Now, she kissed me!
Mother, leave the table at once. We do not resort to physical violence in this family to settle our disputes. That's barbaric behavior and won't be tolerated. Barbaric! Uncultivated! Fine! Fine with me! I wouldn't want to disturb your conversation about agrarian, whatever it is you were talking about.
Oh dear, that was kind of strumpet. I really don't know what to make of our Minerva sometimes.
Scene 3, in which Frankie and Minnie meet at the edge of the wood. It is, of course, a dark, gloomy night, in which the moon is just a sliver and offers no light or comfort.
Man, it's a dark one. Maybe I should just forget about this and... No, gotta keep on moving. What the... Who are you? Friend or foe? Friend or what? Friend or foe? Friend or foe? They always say that in adventures. Who are you anyway? Well, I've been told not to talk to strangers. Me neither. But if we introduce ourselves, we won't be strangers. Then we can talk to each other. What do you say? Well, okay. Name's Frankie. Frankie Meacham. Minnie. Minnie Brightly. My full name is Minerva, but I don't want anyone to call me that anymore, so I'm running away. Really? You too? I'm running away. My stupid real name's Francine, but no one's gonna call me that ever again. Friends? Friends. Where are you headed? I'm headed for a big university. Gonna pretend to be 18, get me a football scholarship, and then it's on to the pros. Nobody this side of Notre Dame can tackle me in an open field. How about yourself? I'm headed to the next town over. I'm gonna become a veterinarian. I like animals more than most people I meet, especially my family. They all think I'm some kind of idiot. Really? You don't strike me as an idiot. Eccentric, maybe. Gonna be an animal doctor, huh? Impressive, yes indeed. Your family's got it all wrong. You've impressed me right off the bat. So who's this? Your first patient? Her? No. She's Mrs. Bloom, my parent. Constant companion. Very best friend. And protector. Your protector is a parrot. Shh. She'll hear you. Animals have feelings too, you know. Sorry. So, were you gonna head through Dark Forest to get to the next town? Through Dark Forest? I don't know. What's the matter? Well, it's just, the stories. You hear about them and all. Come on now. You don't believe in a bunch of stupid kid stories, do you? Tell you what, I'm headed through there. You and me and Mrs. P. We'll go together. It's the fastest way by far. When we pop out on the other side, you'll start being a veterinarian and I'll catch a bus for Ohio State. What do you say? What do you think, Mrs. Bloom? Squawk! She says it's all right. Let's go.
Scene 4, in which Frankie and Minnie venture into the forest, meet the unexpected. Now, the forest can be a treacherous place. In dark forest, it has more than its share of sinister stories. Everyone's parents, near and far, were always saying to their children,
Whatever you do, don't go into that forest.
maybe it was just rumors about that forest. But then again, maybe not.
Minnie, we've come pretty far. What do we say we take a breather? There's no way our parents will catch us now.
You think so?
You'd bet they won't. We're deep in this forest now. What's the matter? Wasn't this the whole point? You're not getting cold feet, are you?
No. I'm just as brave as you are.
Oh! What's that? I don't know. You're the animal expert. You tell me. It sounded like a wolf. Oh! Pretty scary, huh? Yeah, plenty scary.
Quiet, idiot.
Hey, who you call an idiot? I didn't say anything.
I did. Pretty scary, huh? And I'm only regular dog. I was only pretending to be a wolf.
Nice going, bonehead. I thought we decided on scaring them away. This is our clearing, see? So you need to leave. Well, cat got your tongue?
You're a cat.
Very good. Cat, dog, tree. Your parents must be very proud.
But you're talking. Cats and dogs don't go around talking. They say meow or woof.
Not in this forest, they don't.
This is Plume?
You're speaking. Of course she's speaking. Who are you two anyway? Don't you know this forest is enchanted? Animals speak here. Don't you know anything? All right now, all right. No need to be rude, Cat. They're just not used to it yet. Miss Minnie, I'm so glad I'm finally able to say anything and not have to listen to your bombastic family feather on stuff. I'm so glad your decision to move on. Bravo, Miss Minnie. Bravo. You really think so?
Oh, that's so sweet. I could cry.
Really? Personally, this touching scene makes me want to cough up a hairball. Why don't you all be nice and get lost, I said, some manners would hurt you, Cat.
Oh, don't mind Pearl. She's just rude. She doesn't really mean it. Nope, that's wrong. She doesn't. Nope, that's wrong. She doesn't mean it. But anyways, let me introduce us. I'm Spike, and this here is Pearl.
Well, hi. I'm Frankie. This is Minnie, and this is Plume. I am speaking to a cat and a dog. Please tell me this is a dream.
No dream, my dear, no dream. We animals talk here in the dark forest.
But Mrs. Plume,
How do you know about this place? You live in my house. There are some things we animals just know, and dark forests change. Take my word for it.
and what are you two doing here? Don't you belong in a house somewhere? You don't look like wild forest creatures to me.
We kind of ran away.
Why did you run away from your family?
They think I'm me. Can you believe it? Me, a boffin nerd. Well, I'm not. I'm as lovable as any perky little kid that ever walked the earth. Just because I don't leap into their laps and lick their faces like some absurd slobbering dog doesn't mean I'm not lovable. And now I've left them. Ha! Who's sorry now?
Oh, don't get her started. She's just a little touchy.
Touchy? I'm not touchy, you flea big buffoon! I'm just particular about the company I choose to keep. That family no longer rates. And how about you, Spike?
I ran away because they kept treating me like I was dumb. Calling me names. Stopped calling me Spike. Started calling me Dumbo. Dimple.
Well, that's just wrong. It's because of his brain, or lack thereof. You see, the family we lived with wanted Spike to bring the newspaper in from the driveway each morning. That sticks-wheeler to throw, guard the house, and bark at strangers. But he kept getting them all mixed up. Instead, he guarded the sticks, brings in strangers, and barks at the newspaper. Really, it's incredible how stupid okay, Spike. I think you're justified. Look at the way you really scared us with your howling a minute ago. That was impressive.
Yeah, what's the point of scaring us like that anyway? We're just passing through.
No offense intended. It's just that you hear stories about this place, and we weren't sure if you were friendly.
Stories? What kind of stories?
It's enchanted in here, and maybe not so safe.
Why not? It seems safe enough to me.
Go home, go home, go home, go home. My, that's a strange breeze in the trees, isn't it? Almost sounds like...
Go home, go home, go home, go home.
It sounds like the wind is saying, go, go, go.
Go home, go home, go home.
Are you people deaf? We're saying go home. G-O-H-O-M-E. Are you people D-E-A-F?
Oh, brother, now the trees are talking. I'm gonna have a serious nervous breakdown. What else talks around here? Rocks? Dirt? Yo, Dirt, how was your day? Wanna chat? Rocks? Dirt? Talk? Don't be ridiculous. Anyone knows rocks and dirt don't talk. Not so. In this particular forest they don't. But I've heard of others where everything talks. Even slugs and beetles.
Well, anyway, here in the dark forest, it's just the trees.
Hey! Shrubs too! Shrubs talk too!
Oh yes, I forgot. Shrubs and other insignificant vegetations also talk from time to time, though what they have to say is rarely worth hearing.
Hey! Watch it!
I am the tallest of the tall. I can see for miles and miles.
Well, be that as it may, my branches extend out in, if I may brag a bit.
Ha! Does a tree brag? Does a fish swim?
Ahem, if I may continue, my branches extend in a perfect, beautiful arc, so I am certainly the most shapely and poetical. Poetical? Is that a word? You just made that up. All very interesting, pine and sycamore. But as we know, I, the mighty oak, am the oldest and strongest of all. Need we continue this discussion as to who is the most impressive?
What about me?
What about you?
Well, I have red berries that go all over me.
I'm the mighty oak.
If you don't mind, I think we all agree you, all four of you, are quite remarkable. But if you'd be so kind, why was it you were warning us to go home? Well, you are five unsuspecting creatures blundering through the dark forest. Don't you know what happens to unsuspecting creatures here? No, Mr. Tree Pine. What does happen here, Mr. Pine? Well, you see here in deep and dark forest, there are strange goings on, and you must take heed. There's an ogre! Must I constantly be interrupted by that grunt?
Shrub, your manners are insufferable.
Well, she was going to take all day. You must take heed! Blah, blah, blah!
Your manners are completely insufferable. Just because you happen to be a little grunt jealous of Olive. What do you want to hear from you?
No! If you don't mind.
Ogre? What's an ogre?
An ogre is the most frightful beast, Frankie. It never bathes and it has no manners. It's sloppy, slothful, and completely antisocial.
Doesn't sound so bad. In fact, it sounds a lot like my grandpa.
And they kidnap people and sell them as slaves to witches and warlocks and the like.
Humans are considered quite tasty in these parts.
Tasty?
Yeah, there are lots of magical potions and recipes that call for human body parts.
Like for instance?
For example, prepare enchanted poisonous muffin, 1 pound blueberry, 1 cup flour, and 20 pounds of chopped cumin. Salt to taste.
Chopped human? That would be like us?
Precisely.
But hey, let's not pick. There's one ogre, and there's 3 of us. We'll overpower him if he tries to do anything like kidnapping.
Well, unfortunately for you guys, he's kind of got magical powers and spies everywhere in the forest. And a labyrinth with a dragon in it. Labyrinth? Yeah, a great big maze.
He lives in the middle of it, and the dragon wanders around in it and fries unwanted visitors with his dragon fire breath. So all in all, Ogre is not the one you want to tangle with.
Gee, that's too bad for you.
Not so wonderful for you either, domesticated canine. Ogre's customers do use the odd house pets now and then in their stews and casseroles. Dog and cat are high demand too.
Pardon me. Dog and cat?
Correct.
Ah, well, just look at the time. It's been lovely chatting with you, Tree. But I have an appointment with my hairdresser, I just remembered. Spike, let us depart.
But we don't know which way is out, girl.
Just so. Good thinking, Spike. There's a sentence I've never uttered before. But maybe one of these good and sturdy talking trees could point the way.
Sorry, not allowed to. We're only allowed to warn. No directions. Sorry. Why not? Who says?
It's the bylaws of Enchanted Forest. It's clearly stated that.
I've never heard of that rule before. You sure about that? Oh, do be quiet, you pipsqueak. How can we ever have a serious conversation about anything with a shrub butting in at every turn? Hey, watch it, you overgrown toothpick. I'll have you know. Nobody wants to hear from you.
Listen! We're all in danger here, and I suggest that we stick together to try to get out of Dark Forest. We can help each other. Separately, our chances are worse. Here. Why not settle in for the night? We won't be able to find our way in the dark anyway. Perhaps in the morning, Mrs. Plume can fly overhead and find a way out.
Delighted. Sounds like a good plan to me. Girl?
Well, I suppose. I believe this is the most comfortable spot.
Your friend's a real charmer.
She grows on you.
Yeah, like a fungus. Anyway, let's get some.
Scene 5, in which we meet the ogre, Miss Muck, Flim Flam, and the evil guards, Bungle and Botch. They discuss kidnapping, slavery, and economic cycles. Well, as in all good stories, we must have a bit of nastiness, and here it is. We join Ogre in his den, located in the very darkest part of Dark Forest. Here he meets with his evil helpmate, salesman of human flesh, Flim and Flame, two smooth-talking goblins with a taste for gold. Bungle and Botch, the ogre's faithful guards and muscle warrior, and Miss Muck, ogre's housekeeper, is underfoot. She's in a nasty temper always, because as we all know, it is a thankless, almost impossible job to clean up after an ogre.
Coming, Your Greatness.
I've been reviewing the books, and I don't like what I see. Cash flow is down, merchandise is scarce. We're in a downturn, gentlemen. A downturn! And the crime of it is, demand is up. I've got witches, warlocks, sorcerers, enchantresses who want humans to put in their poisonous recipes. I had an evil prince in just yesterday who wants to try out a new poison. He plans to knock out his brother as king. He's willing to bid very handsomely for some human flesh. I got all kinds of customers who want the merchandise.
They want it. Want it very much.
What do I have to tell them? I gotta tell them I don't got the inventory. I gotta
Have!
What?
You don't have the inventory. No, I don't got, it's I don't have.
Blast, Mrs. Muck! If you continue to correct my grammar, Ollie will have to terminate your employment and have you eaten alive by my flesh-eating dragon, Charlemagne.
Well, excuse me. Please do continue.
own ignorance, just as you wallow in dirt and grime until I clean it up. By all means, wallow till your heart's content.
So, what do you two have to say for yourselves?
Well, you see, your wonderfulness. It's simply
A case of there not being anybody walking through the forest these days.
Yeah. See, in the old days, we could count on a couple of orphan brothers and sisters rolling around looking for food.
Or some young gullible girl on her way to grandma's.
These days,
Nothing doing. What's the first thing parents are telling their dear little children?
Whatever you do, don't go in that forest.
And the lack of inventory.
Well, my minions, that all may be true. The fact is, I want gold. I love gold. I live for gold. And how do I get it? By selling humans. When I don't have them, I get testy. Very testy. And when I get testy, one day, Mrs. Mucker, Bumble! Bunch! See who it is!
Oh, you got it last time.
No, I didn't! Yes, you did! Did not!
I simply can't remember these conditions. I quit. I'm going back to work at the White House Secret Service.
We got hired from that gig.
Remember? Oh yeah. Thanks for reminding me of such an unpleasant memory.
Bumble! Bunch! Must you always bicker? Must you always be so incompetent? Get the door! Both of you!
I'll look first. You went first last time.
Bungle, Botch, after names, and you, Mrs. Muck, constantly haranguing and correcting me. One day, Mrs. Muck, you and me will have a settling of accounts and...
Not me.
What?
You and I will have a settlement of accounts. You need a subject pronoun in that clause.
Your presentness! Great news! Fresh blood in the forest! Do tell!
That was our evil mole at the door. I pay him floor scraps for dark forest. There are two fluff little human girls, a house cat, a dog, and a parrot. All bed down in the night at Funny Girl. Ours for the taking.
Inventory! Inventory! I may weep with happiness. I left some poor, unsuspecting victims have meandered into my kingdom. I will capture them, sell them, and get gold. I feel like singing a song.
Fortunately for all of us, this isn't a musical.
I really hate that woman. Quickly, my nasty little toadies! Out! Away! Capture these creatures! Have them brought to me at once! Ha 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 ha! Ha ha!
Scene 6, in which the families follow their daughters into the woods and meet with unforeseen danger. So there you have it. Evil is afoot in the dark forest, and But wait, who is this? More hapless victims wandering about in the forest? Hey you people, you're on in my script. Who are you?
Hey there, narrator.
Who are you people? You're on in my script.
We're on our way to Iowa, but we seem to have taken the wrong turn somewhere. Are we anywhere near Scranton?
No, and you're nowhere near Iowa either. What's in Iowa?
Why, that's where the whole darn presidential race gets to go. We're all headed that way to seek the presidential nomination. So in New Jersey, if that's how you feel. You ever been to New Jersey? I told you guys we were lost. I knew back there we should have taken a bridge. I told you, no bridges!
Say, partner, what's it with you and bridges anyway? You act like you never ever want to cross a bridge. Like you've had some sort of bad bridge experience. Am I close?
Enough about the bridges already. Anywho, that's neither here nor over there either. We need to find Des Moines. Narrator, how about it? Can you give us directions?
Listen, I have no idea how to get to Des Moines.
Excuse me. I believe the correct French pronunciation is des moines. Des moines. When I was Secretary of State, meeting in Paris with the French Prime Minister over les croissants et les fromages et les soupes à l'oignon. You've heard, Hillary. Nobody wants to hear your tales from the extreme left wing. Oh, so sorry, Chris. By all means, why don't we hear about the latest cultural development from Passaic and Hoboken? People, let's try to keep this simple. If you want to be the next leader of the free world, you need to be able to show some level of decorum.
Joe, I said that motion. Why, all this here fighting making me about as nervous as a mule butt hog in a sausage factory. Okay, now wait just one darn minute. I've been in a few of these fifth grade plays, and I must object to some of my lines. I mean, that last one about the sausage factory, well, that was insulting. I'd never say anything like that. I'm beginning to feel like a character of a country bumpkin.
Yeah, and as long as you're breaking down the fourth wall in this dramatic production, I object to that whole bridge thing a while back. That's ancient history. What's up with this playwright anyway? I object. We object.
Listen, characters. Number one, you're not to address the audience. You're ruining the illusion of drama here. And number two, yes, the writer has taken certain liberties here, but the fact remains that some of your real lines are even crazier than the ones in the play, so you can hardly complain.
Oh, really?
Governor Perry. Okay, let's take you for example.
Uh-oh.
Does this sound familiar, Governor? Quote, the reason we fought the revolution in the 16th century was to get away from the king's crap. Unquote, wrong century. By two. You missed it by 200 years. Anyone else? You, Governor Christie, would you like to hear a few words of your own?
No, that's fine. We may have been a little hasty. Hasty. Listen, everybody. I'd say at this point, job one is to get off this stage before anything else bad happens. Because my directions to Des Moines is the bus depot, okay?
Joe, you're talking good sense. Let's get out of here. I'm feeling about as lost as last year's Easter egg. Hey, what was that? Bye-bye. Good luck in the primaries. But in all of this, what of the families Frankie and Minnie left behind? We shall see. It's early morning in the dark forest.
Are you sure the neighbor said they saw Francine sneak into this place last night? We told her never to wander into the forest.
Well then, isn't the forest just the place she'd go? You know how headstrong Francine is.
Do you think we did something that made her run away?
Who knows? Girls, they defy logic. All that matters now is that we find her and bring her back home. Wanna have Butch here, shitty up that tree and get a look-see.
Shitty?
Yeah, you're a great little tree climber. Last year when we were at Yellowstone, you climbed so high I couldn't believe it.
Dad, that was Francine.
Oh, well, anyway, you must be good at it too.
Actually, I don't like tall trees.
You call that a tree? In my day, we call trees like that saplings. We climb trees 5 times that tall, with our eyes closed, not even using our hands. And we what?
I'd rather not. I'm kind of afraid of heights.
Oh, come on now. There's nothing to be afraid of. All you do is,
Pardon our intrusion on your pastoral excursion, but have you spied a girl? Our offspring, actually. A pretty pubescent with a parrot? She is missing. Missing! Absent! Truant!
huh?
Allow me. My wife's intricate, oftentimes Byzantine speech patterns do confuse. Have you, good people, seen a young man sporting in this wilderness, accompanied by a large red zygodactyl with a grating squawk?
I think I know. I think I know what they're saying. You're looking for your daughter.
Precisely, good woman. Has your daughter run off? We're looking for my sister Francine. She ran away last night. So did my sister Minerva. But I think she'll come crawling back soon enough.
Perhaps your Francine and our Minerva have run away together.
Let's work as a team. Fan out in 2s and 3s. Each cover a zone, then huddle off back to your lake.
A capital idea. The aggregate of our efforts will surely be more fruitful than our isolated individual attempts at surveillance. If not, we all spoke English.
By the way, I'm Almina, and this is my wife and grandma and book. Now, should we divide?
Go home, go home, go home,
What? Who's interrupting?
go home, go home, go home.
Who said that? It seemed like the trees did. Don't get absurd, little boy. Trees are not intelligent life forms.
Excuse me, sir. I beg to differ. The trees in this forest are quite intelligent.
And shrubs too.
Wait a minute. Time out. Trees do not talk.
I'm afraid we do. And we are telling you that you need to leave this place.
Why? It is not a safe place for the likes of you. You're all human. You're in danger here.
But why?
Because you will be hunted.
Pardon me. Pardon me. Sorry to interrupt this conversation, but you see, this is a pointless exercise. Trees do not talk.
What? Are you deaf, man? We are talking, and you better listen.
Sorry, no. But father, we hear them, don't we? Aren't. It's merely some illusion. Some strange wilderness phenomenon that can be easily explained given clear-eyed scientific examination over a period of time.
What?
You are not speaking, and we will not listen. There. Simple as that.
Now wait 1 moment, please. I can hear these trees and shrubs talking, and I think we should listen.
Are you
trees
talking? I hear
Hey, Shanghai! Abduction! Hey, look!
Greetings. This is an even bigger catch than expected. A genuine bonanza. Ogre will be so pleased. Bundle, watch, and strut them. You will raise your hand and come with us. Come quietly, and nobody gets hurt. Well, you might get hurt. We make no guarantees. Bungle, did I not just say that nobody will get hurt? But, yes you did, and you were wrong. What if we're walking through the woods, and a tree falls on the head of that big guy over there, and he's lying on the ground, crying, I'll tell you what I see. I see that you are an idiot. Why would a tree fall on this guy's head? But that's not the point. The point is there are no guarantees in this life. You know what? Why am I surprised you can't comprehend this? You're hopeless. That's it. I simply can't work under these conditions. I quit. No, you don't, Botch. Okay, I don't quit. Anyway, time to hit the road. Happy now, Mr. Smarty-Pants. How's your hearing now, Professor? Send our regards to Ogre, Mr. Know-it-all.
See ya, wouldn't wanna be ya.
This is an outrage. Of heartfelt apologies. Now, kindly move along. Ogre would much prefer we bring you in alive. Our customers prefer fresh goods. We will, however, resort to brute force if necessary. Let's go.
Scene 7, in which the families are marched through the labyrinth, brought before the ogre, and are examined by prospective paying customers. The families were marched to the very darkest heart of dark forest by their captors, and they came upon a huge wall of rock. Flim and Flam then deftly stepped to the side and then forward, into a crack no one would see if they didn't know it was there. This was a secret entrance to the great labyrinth that housed Ogre's dragon, Charlemagne, as well as Ogre's own home. The poor families, tired and distraught, were forced into the great maze. It was dark and cold, and as they moved through the winding tunnels, they heard a great snorting sound now and then that was simply terrifying. If they stumbled in the pitch blackness, they were immediately prodded by long pointy sticks of bungle and botch until they got up and moved on again. At long last, they emerged, exhausted and night-blinded, and found themselves standing in Ogre's chamber.
Flim! Flam! Bungle! Botch! You've outdone yourselves! Not two little girls, but two whole human families! Grown-ups, children, infants, life is good. Tie them up. I do hope your journey has not been too uncomfortable.
As a matter of fact, sir, that journey was as enervating, anxiety-producing an odyssey as ever inflicted upon anyone, I am certain. Enervating, debilitating, exhausting.
What?
We're not happy.
Well, I assure you good people that my labyrinth is the most unique and diabolical in the world. And you should feel quite privileged to have seen it.
Oh, yes, delighted.
I'll have you know that it was designed by the great-great-grandson of Daedalus himself. The passage to my humble abode takes no less than 150 turns, with over 1,000 false tunnels to lead unwanted visitors astray. And perhaps the very best feature is that each and every false tunnel leads to the chamber! Hello? Excuse me? Excuse me? Why is there a movie screen in front of my face right now?
It's for the poignant video montage.
There is no poignant video montage in this play.
But it's all ready to go. There's kitten and puppy pictures, smiling children, a shot of the Grand Canyon at sunset, all backed with this really lovely medley of Coldplay songs. I worked really hard on it. I think we should play it.
Bungle, Botch, leave the stage, go up to that booth, find that guy, bring him to me, dead or alive. And perhaps the very best feature is that each and every false tunnel leads to the chamber!
What's in the chamber?
Why, in the chamber dwells my little pet. See if you can guess. It's got a big, ugly head, huge teeth, lots of scales, and is exactly 212 years old. Not, yes! Not Dick Cheney! No, couldn't get him. Right, boy. Quite correct.
Absurd.
What?
Dragons don't exist. They're fantastical creatures of myths and fairy tales.
Knock, knock. Hello? Anybody home? We've just been marched to a pitch black tunnel in the middle of a forest filled with talking trees and rats, and are now guests of an ogre and two hairy critters and a pair of brutes named Bungle and Botch who eerily contradict each other every turn. Ah, that's it. I quit. Fill you down. And so your little lectures on what's real and what's not are beginning to bug me a little.
Now look here.
I'm pretty sure that you quiet! All right, enough polite chit-chat with the chatter. All of you, over there, Flim, Flam, arrange the humans in some sort of appealing shop windowish display. Lovely! Just the sort of thing for evil brews and stews. I'll call in the customer. Bullimore, Ryan Seacrest, Chef Connor, great to see you all here. We are opening for business.
I didn't know Ryan Seacrest was evil. He always seems so nice and harmless.
You're kidding, right? He made a pact with Satan, the guy who's no discernible talents or skills. How else do you think he got to be famous?
Well, it's about time. We've been waiting long enough. I've got a whole parallel universe to tear. I'm a busy guy.
Quite. My apologies, Mr. Bullimore. Please do go over and examine the merchandise. My salesmen are here to help you. I do hope they brought a lot of gold.
I'm looking for something in a boy. 12-ish, tallish, preferably brown hair.
Are you having company over?
As a matter of fact, Chef, I am. Renee Zellweger and Madonna are coming for lunch. I've promised to serve them something that tastes yummy and magically preserves their youthful looks.
Well, listen, let me help. If you follow my recipe, you'll make a human body parts is only 30 minutes away. It's quick, easy, and guaranteed to roll like a puff. Now try to follow me here. First, we take a kid, boy or girl, doesn't matter. Chop them up into bite-sized pieces. Add a little mayo, a little ketchup, and some of that spray on cheese material. And then, here comes the genius part. You put the meat on a piece of bread, put another piece of bread on top. And ta-da! It's a meal. I know, it's brilliant, right? I call it Chef Connor's handheld meal on the go. Patent pending. Sounds like a sandwich. No, it's Chef Connor's handheld meal on the go. Patent pending. It's a sure thing. I've been serving these tasty treats in my school cafeteria for years.
It did sound like a sandwich.
Well, anyways, let's take a look at the merchandise. You're all muggles, right? I'm making a thin, tasteless forest, so naturally I need lots of muggles.
What do you have in the way of a human heart? A human heart? Do we have hearts? Hearts are us. And this week, because we like you, we're running a special. All these creatures have human hearts. Except maybe for that guy. We're not so sure about it.
Scene 8, in which back in the forest, Minnie, Frankie, Pearl, and Spike anxiously await news from Mrs. Plume. Mrs. Plume has flown high up over the forest to find the surest, safest exit from the dreaded place. They are about to receive news, however, they are not expecting.
Oh, I do wish Mrs. Plume would return. She's been away nearly an hour. I hope nothing's happened to her.
Let's just hope she found us a way out of here.
Look, here she comes. Oh, Mrs. Plume, we were so worried. Where have you been?
What's the ticket? Did you find us a way out of this jungle?
Your family, Frankie's family, captured.
What?
Tell us, Miss Plume. What did you find?
Well, I began my reconnaissance as planned to find the best way out of dark forest. But as I was circling, I spied your families. They were in a clearing with talking trees. They were bickering about something. Everyone talking at once. And they flew down close to hear what they were saying.
They came out after us.
They must have been worried about us and followed us into dark forests.
Yeah, I feel bad.
How touching. I could cry. No, guess not. Miss Blue, please get on with it. Are we on our way home or not? Well, just as I sat on a branch above to listen in, they were surrounded and taken prisoner by some evil creatures with long spears. They were forced on a march through dark forests. Where were they taken? To the ogre's labyrinth. I followed
on getting out of here. I've got to find them. I've got to try to help them.
Well, me too. I can't let them all be sold. After all, they're in this mess because of us.
I will show you where the labyrinth entrance is, and I will endeavor to help in the rescue in whatever way I can.
That goes for me too. Huh? Well, you guys are great. Coming off the bench just when we need you. But remember what the tree said. The labyrinth is real tricky, and somewhere in it is a dragon. We've got to understand if you're going to help us. It's going to be fourth and long, with only 2 minutes left in the game, and no time out.
I think I take your meaning. We are with you. Wait. I'm coming too. Can't stay here by myself. But you. No more sports metaphors. Understand? Here, it's right here, here. But it's terribly dark, and there are tunnels leading every which way. How will we know which path to take? Any suggestions? How about you, Spike? Any ideas?
Well, remember the trees told us that the ogre was in the center of the maze? Well, suppose we take a right turn, then take a series of left turns, forming concentric circles and ultimately leading us to the ogre's den.
Why, Spike? I believe you just had an idea.
Why, I suppose I did. Maybe I just needed a chance. Just a little respect. Why, there may be an inspirational message in here somewhere.
Nah. All right, Spike, lead the way.
It's too dark. I can't see a thing.
Well, I suppose I should go in first then. I have whiskers to feel my way around, and I also have superior night vision as well.
Why, Pearl, are you actually volunteering to do something nice?
Well, just this once, so don't get used to it. call it past play.
Up, Charlemagne! Up! You must devour them!
He's crying. Minnie, don't! There now, Charlemagne. There now.
You're not afraid of me?
No, not anymore. You're just like other animals, aren't you?
Well, yeah, exactly. Except for the scales, the fire, and the taste for human flesh. He's just like a giant gerbil. I'm really not a bad dragon. I don't even really like to eat people.
Charlemagne! I command you to broil that little girl and eat her up!
He keeps me here in this horrible labyrinth. He uses me to scare everyone in the forest. He tells everyone that he'll feed them to me if they don't do what he says. But I don't want to be a horrible monster. I don't.
There, Charlemagne. We'll show you how to get out of here.
Ogre, I resign. I'm leaving the labyrinth.
And with Charlemagne's pronouncement, the ogre was stripped of his power. His evil minions fled in terror.
Wham! Let's scram! Peapods! We need to get out of here! But where? Where can we go? Where can we possibly go? Where we'll be completely anonymous and forgotten and never sought after or thought of again? Hello, Cleveland!
The bonds fell away from Ogre's captives, and his sinister customers melted away into the darkness.
Well, this is a bust.
Come on, I hear they're having a sale on orphans over at Portland Forest.
Got any recipes for poisonous risotto?
You bet. First of all, for a little bit of pig and spice, we could appear as the school headmaster. I'm in sure I know where to get mine. Or the trustees meeting tonight. And I'm playing with
And Ogre was left with no power, no minions, and no gold.
Drat!
But he would continue to enjoy the constant companionship and constructive criticism of
No!
Mrs. Muff.
I'm gonna clean up your grammar and I'm gonna clean you up too, once and for all.
And the families were finally reunited.
Frankie, you were great at that. I've never seen a wrong like it.
Thanks, Dad.
So, what do you say when we get home, we go out and throw the old ball around? What do you say?
Well, that would be great, Dad.
Minerva, what was it you wanted to be called?
Minnie.
Minnie. We had no idea of your gifted facility with animals. That's genius you got, honey.
Thanks, you guys.
Do you think we might have room for a few new pets at home?
Sure.
And about the extra space in the garage?
Come on, boy. Charlemagne, do you think you might be persuaded to guest lecture at my class on medieval myth and legend? Delighted!
Minnie, I'm not real good at saying this kind of thing, but I know.
And Frankie and Minnie were, needless to say, lifelong friends. And that's it for our story. We hope you enjoyed it. See you next time.